Greetings, fellow stay-in-placers. We are ordered here in Gwinnett County. This is March 29th. COVID-19 epidemic. We're ordered to stay in place. My neighbor to my right, you can hear his leaf blower blowing off the pine pollen. Well, it's yellow. It doesn't show on me or my vehicle. That's good. My neighbor across the street has his camper van trailer, and he's camping in place. So, panorama of where I live. Here I am back again. I was still and in place. My camera moved, but I refused not to move. I could be very still and stay in bed. And stillness is very important. It's important to use our mind. Our mind is continually racing. We have over 80 ideas and thoughts in our head every hour. Chatter, 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 chatter. Well, be still, my friend. And it's important for the golf swing. And I'm going to demonstrate. I've learned a lot of things. I call them nuggets. I've studied live with many of the top golf swing teachers in the Southeast particularly. And I've gotten nuggets. I've learned from every one of them. So my whole mission is to separate the shaft from the wheat, because there's a lot of shaft out there. So we don't want that clutter. We want this basic core fundamentals and mechanics that we can rely on, that are proven, that obey the laws of physics and geometry. Well, I'm going to explain one of them, the catapult motion, which has been in evidence and use since medieval times. It's used today in a lot of. I have a friend, former student, that he made a fortune because he realized that a golf blow is like a sledgehammer, and so he devised to break up concrete, a weight that would come down and suddenly stop, and that force would continue and break up the concrete. Wow, brilliant. The light bulb went on. I have tons of light bulbs that go on. I have to get them out. That's why I'm doing this video. And I hope they can enlighten your thinking and motivation and understanding. So here's my rendition of how the catapult works. It works in life and in golf. So I'm going to get back to my favorite place. I know right where to put the camera. And it's still. Okay. And I walk back here, 8 to 10 feet. I have a simple cup. So pretend this has water in it. And I want to throw water on my truck over there. It's got all kinds of yellow pine pollen on it. You can't see it, that's why I have yellow. No, it's optic. You can see the yellow very well. I'm colorblind, but yellow does show up for me. I play with a yellow golf ball, optic yellow. So what we do, we want to come back, and we don't want to dump our water here. We come back here, Fibonacci spiral, come around here, and then we catapult it forward. Now, at some point, our arms stop, and then the water catapults past. So it's this move. This is the spiral. This is the pro set, the drop-down move. But it's accomplished by this shoulder. This is where it happens. Then it's In mathematical terms, it's called the Fibonacci spiral. It's pretty interesting. So Cooper Osborne, great teacher out in Fort Carson, Colorado. He's got a website, you have to check it out. So I've learned all this stuff from other people. Anatomy, we need to have this spiral. It's not a circle necessarily, but it's spiral. A spiral, this is interesting. See that? This is a spiral. Comes around here. Well, that's what a hurricane has, that spiral. A softball whipping action has that spiral. A skipping a rock, cracking a whip, wet towel in the locker room. All these, this is a nautilus snail, this spiral. Moving along. Well, now I'm going to use these simple elements of physics, some geometry, 10th grade stuff. Thank goodness. So I'm getting going here. Now I'm not coming around this way. That would be like a carousel, more like a teeter-totter. My shoulders are... So I have my water here. This is my pelvic girdle. Or I'm sorry, my shoulder girdle. My pelvic girdle's down there. We don't... That just responds to what's happening up here. And I'm very structured, I'm quiet down here. This is what creates the power and the movement. And it is said 42% of our nerves are relegated to our hands, so we're very tactile. So the main nerves, this is the index finger and the thumb. The medial nerve goes up through the carpal tunnel, and that really gives us the fine. We can draw, paint, etch. We have a dart we throw this way. Well, we need to have this use in our golf swing. It's not a grasp. Very delicate. Very, very easy. Very quiet here. And it will do it just like skipping a rock, just like anything you would tenderly. Sam Snead's like you're holding a little baby bird, tube of toothpaste. You don't want to do that. So that creates muscle tension. Muscles work by contracting. If they're already contracted, they're out of service. A runner, if he tightens up, he needs to be loose. Anybody in sports needs basketball. You don't want to be like Shaq O'Neal, Kobe, Vestas Bryant. So we want this move. Sam Snead, Byron Nelson, they all have it. We want to be a swinger, not a hitter, not a slasher. We can do it, but why work so hard when it's so easy? Can be. I'm 85. I like easy. So here's my water, and my shoulder girdle's going down, under, and through. It's not going around. I've been a rotational swinger for 100 years, and I've been pulling left. Hate that feeling. So I've eliminated the left side because my left arm goes in front of my body. Well, if I'm in front of my body, I can make this move with my shoulder girdle. Eventually my arms stop here and then they go up. And you can see that motion. That's how you'd skip a rock. Slingshot. Joan Joyce, the most famous softball pitcher at all time. She won 40 no-hit games, over 140 no-run. She found the slingshot, and it could rise. Ted Williams couldn't hit her, so She was good. She is amazing. She used, and she had small body, female, but she could bring it. Well, some of us at age 40 were very strong. I could lift a house. Now, about a 13-ounce club is about all I want to lift. This isn't too bad. Right out towards the target. It's always going to go there. Not there, not there. So I hope this lit some light bulbs for y'all. And stay well, stay safe, stay contained, and stillness is important, but get out and move a little bit. Cheers. Ciao.